What's going on? So today's video is going to be a little different. Decided to try something new. Decided to do a top 10 list, which kind of are popular, I guess. I'm doing this because as a musician, I get the question a lot. What are your favorite bands? What are your favorite singers? What are your favorite, guitarists? All this stuff. But mostly it's, what is your favorite song? My goodness, there are so many songs out there. It's so hard to choose from. But somehow, don't know how, somehow I created a top 10 list of my favorite songs of all time. Yes, of all time. So this obviously is through all different genres. There is no particular genre. It's a little bit of everything because that's what I love. I love all types of music. All types of music. So, again, this is a wide variety of music. Some you might not have ever heard of. Some you might have. So hopefully you enjoy it because I love it. Number 10. Number 10 is Billie Holiday's God Bless the Child. I cannot begin to explain the emotion behind this song. What an amazing, talented woman Billie Holiday was, especially, and she wrote the song too, so, an incredible writer as well. I actually was first introduced to the song, funny enough, through the Simpsons Sing the Blues album, because Lisa sings a version of this song. And I was like, oh, this song is great, because Lisa was my favorite. Well, she still is my favorite, but, so I was like, oh, Mom, this is my favorite song. And then when I was little, my mom's like, I know that song. That was the only song on the album that wasn't already, that wasn't created for that album. So, it was kind of cool. So my mom played me the original, and I was like, who is she? I don't even know. And so my love for Billie Holiday grew from The Simpsons. So funny as that is, but this is still one of my favorite songs to this day. Number 9. Number 9 is Tainted Love / Where Did Our Love Go by Soft Cell. Now, the reason why I say / in there is because a lot of the time the radio only plays Tainted Love. They don't play the extended version, which is almost 9 minutes long. So, as a whole, it is wonderful. But for all of those who are wondering, yes, Tainted Love, the song, has an extra little snippet at the end. Also, for all those that didn't know, Tainted Love is actually a cover. Go figure. But I do love the Soft Cell version. It is one of my, if you want to call it a guilty pleasure, it is definitely a song that I jam out to as soon as it comes on the radio. I crank it up. It's one of my favorite songs. It's got a good beat to it. It's just jammy. I don't know. It's very catchy and very fun. And that's why it comes in at number 9. Number 8. Number 8 is a fairly recent song that came out only last year, actually. And that song is Rude by Magic. This song makes me feel happy all over. The first time I heard this song, I was sitting in the parking lot of Bell Tire, waiting for Matt to get his tire fixed. And it was on a radio station where they were like, oh, this is a brand new song that we're going to try out and see how it does. And I instantly was like, what is this? I need this in my life. And so I went and I frickin' bought it on iTunes as soon as I got home. It's amazing. It just makes you feel good. Just the beat to it, and then the lyrics are fun and cheesy and silly. Kinda like me. And, I don't know. The song is just so good. It's so good. And it's one of those songs where every time it's on the radio, I cannot change the channel. I have to listen to the rest of the song. Even if it's at the end, I have to listen to it. It's wonderful. Number 7. Number 7 is a song that I hold near and dear to my heart. Number 7 is Takes My Life by Halestorm. Now, I could have chosen so many other Halestorm songs. This one in particular, not many people would actually know unless you're a hardcore Halestorm fan that's been around forever, or unless you picked up the One and Done EP, just in passing by. But this song in particular, let me explain. I saw Halestorm for the first time back in December of 2005. That they opened for Shinedown and Silvertide. And at the time, I was listening to a lot, obviously I still listen to a lot of rock music, but I couldn't find a female-fronted rock band that I really superly connected to. I listened to a lot of Evanescence, and I connected to her lyrics quite a bit, but I love Amy Lee's voice, but I can't sing that. I was looking for vocally somebody to look up to in the rock industry that was female. And that night, I saw Lzzy Hale for the first time, and I went, holy shit. That's exactly it. That's the sound that I've been looking for this whole time. And, over the years since then, I've grown and found my own voice, but at the time it was very much, oh my God, that's exactly what I'm looking for. And it was instant, just like, that's it. So the day after I saw them in concert, I went on MySpace. Yeah, that was back when MySpace was a thing. And I wrote to them and I said, I saw you guys last night. You guys are amazing. Your voice is great. The music's wonderful. And then they wrote back. Lzzy wrote back and said, oh, thank you so much. And all this stuff. And fast forward to after they wrote their debut album and I got to meet them. One of the first days of the tour cycle for the album, and they are about the sweetest people you will ever meet in your entire life. If you get to meet them, they're great. All of them are great. I have so many memories with that with that band. It's so great. But like I said, the reason why I picked that song in particular is because back in the day, Takes My Life was always their closing song. It was always the most powerful song, the most oomph song at the time, and has a lot of fond memories. I have a lot of fond memories of that song and them performing that song. So, that song is my favorite because it reminds me of all of the memories of hanging out with the band and watching them grow into what they have become today. And I seriously can't be more proud of them. Number 6. Song number 6 is going to surprise a lot of people, especially some of my friends. Number 6 is the song The Bird and the Worm by The Used. Now, this is going to surprise a lot of people because I actually am not a big fan of the band The Used. I just never really got into their music much. But, that being said, The Bird and the Worm is an amazing track. If you have never heard that song, be sure to, at the end of the video, click the links down below and listen to it. Musically, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. I see it more as a composition more than just a song. There are so many layers to it, and it engulfs you in this emotion and this rawness, and it's so wonderful. It's so wonderful. This is one of those songs that one day I hope to cover, but I know that I will not be able to, just because there's no way I could get that emotion behind it. It is such... It's such an amazing song. Take my word for it. It is. Number 5. Number 5 is Almost Lover by A Fine Frenzy. This song is another song that not very many people know. I mean, a handful do, but I find that a lot of people don't know it when I play it for them for the first time. This is another song with a lot of emotion behind it. Beautifully written, almost haunting in a way. Back in the day, after a certain relationship, this was my theme song for a while. So there's a lot of personal connection with this song. But there's so much emotion behind the lyrics and the way that she sings them and the way that the piano accompanies her. It's just, you can tell that she is just devastated by what has happened to her, and it takes you on the story of what happened and how she's feeling, and it's a great song. It's so, I want to say it's haunting again, and that's not the way I want to put it. It's just, in a way it is haunting because it's like she is haunted by the past relationship that she was just in, and it brings you to tears. 4! Number 4 is Sleeping Sickness by City and Color. This is another song that I deeply connected with a handful of years ago, back when I was really having some tough times, especially up here, just with depression and everything, that I felt like the words that Dallas Green wrote, that he somehow grabbed all of that info and just, took it out of my brain and wrote it on paper. And it was, I first heard the song on the radio on the way to college, and I went, oh my God, somebody gets it. Somebody understands. It was, it was one of those moments, and that's the one thing that I love about music, is the connection, the way that you can totally connect with another person's lyrics, or the fact that you realize that you're not the only one feeling what you're feeling, that other people have gone through the same thing. And yeah, it was amazing to me. And so, I immediately got the album, and I just repeat that song on repeat. I ended up covering it in college in a voice class that I took. Yeah, it's still one of my favorite songs to this day. 3. Number 3 should be a no-brainer to my closest friends. Number 3 is 45 by Shinedown. Now, this song, out of all the songs on this list, helped me the most. This was the Shinedown song that helped me realize that I was not alone. As City and Color did too, the Sleeping Sickness did too, but it was 45 that really just went, it'll be okay. Everything will be okay. And with that song, because I heard it on the radio first, obviously, I went, oh my God, this song. Oh my God, this song. Because of that song, I bought Leave a Whisper, Shinedown's debut album. And it was like every single song on that album I connected to. Every single song on that album. But it was because of 45 that I bought that album. So 45 is definitely my favorite Shinedown song. Obviously, it's song number 3 on this list, but that song helped me tremendously when I needed it the most. And words cannot even begin to describe the thanks. Words cannot even begin to thank Brent Smith enough for that song. Because that song really, in a way, that song saved my life. And I'm so lucky to have thanked him in person for that. I've actually met him a handful of times, and each time I see him again, I thank him for that. You know, I can't... It's a blessing. Number 2. Song number 2 is going to be what most people are going to think is my song number 1, but they are wrong. Song number 2 is Over the Rainbow. So for those who don't know me, I am obsessed with The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is my jam. It is my thing. You know, Trekkies have Star Trek, and you know, some people love Star Wars, and some people love Lord of the Rings and all that stuff. Ever since I was little, The Wizard of Oz has been that for me. Which is, it's nice, because not a lot of people really dig The Wizard of Oz that much, as much as I do, which is also a bummer, because I can't really find anybody who loves it as much as I do. So I don't have anybody to talk to about it, which is kind of a bummer. Unlike, you know, some Star Wars fans and stuff, they always are like, oh, da da da, and I'm just like, you know, in the books with Ozma and stuff, and everybody's like, who is Ozma? And I'm like, oh my god, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Anyway, I'm getting way off track. So, Over the Rainbow is song number 2. Now, with this, there are many versions of Over the Rainbow. I could do a top 10 list of my top 10 favorite versions of Over the Rainbow. I mean, there's so many great ones, but my favorite, by far, you're going to be surprised to hear, is not Judy Garland's. I love hers, but hers is my second favorite. My first favorite version is by a lady who sadly passed away, but her name was Eva Cassidy, and she did this breakdown of it with just her and an acoustic guitar, and it's so beautiful. Again, this is a song that makes me cry, her version in particular. If you haven't heard her version, be sure to check it out. The link's down below. And drum roll, please. Number 1! My favorite song of all time is February Sea by George Winston. And I know that most of you are going, what? What song? What is that? Yes, February Sea by George Winston. For those who don't know, George Winston is the man who wrote the Peanuts theme song. The do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. For those who don't know, he is a pianist, and he has lots and lots of amazing, amazing songs. I was actually introduced to him by my 3rd grade teacher, that she used to play his music all the time in class while we were doing work or doing activities, and I really loved that she always said that music helped us concentrate, and it really helped me concentrate as a kid, because music has always helped me concentrate, whether it was rock music, it doesn't really matter what kind of music, really. It just helps me focus on what I'm doing, and I really fell in love with his piano playing, and my mom ended up buying me a tape of the album that my teacher had, and funny enough, February Sea was not on it. I ended up finding February Sea later, that I was at Borders, when Borders was still around, and one of my favorite things to do there was I would just go there and sit in a chair and write in my journal for hours. I would be there for hours. It was like my second home for a while. And one day I heard this haunting melody over the PA. And I went, wow, what is this? And I was like, it kind of sounds like George Winston. And so I took my phone, my old flip phone, and it had one of those apps where it did, it could tell what song it was. And there it was, February C. And I was like, dang. So as soon as I got home, found the song online, and I got it. And I listened to it, and I just closed my eyes. And that song brings me at peace. If I'm ever upset, if I'm ever angry, if I ever need to calm down, that is the song to listen to. It is like my Zen song, where it makes me realize that everything's fine, that it's just, it embodies me, and it hits me right in my soul. And, yeah, it brings this calmness over me. And that's why it's my favorite song, because it's the only song that fully embodies me, that fully envelops me, and it's like it just like covers me in this warmth, in this light, in this love. It's truly amazing to be that connected to music, to be that connected to a song. One of my many things on my bucket list, which might end up being another video someday, is to learn how to play that song on piano. Do I know how to play piano? No. But that is the one song I want to learn how to play on piano. So there you have it. That's it. That's my top 10 list of my favorite songs of all time. Like I said, this was really hard for me to do. I might just make another video that's songs number 20 through 11, because there's so many songs that you guys need to know about, if you don't know them already, that I love dearly. So maybe one day, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But until then, I made a playlist of my top 10 favorite songs, and I put a link for it in the description below. I'm laying here editing the video, and the ending of the video got all fucked up. So, this is the new ending for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So, hope to see you then. We'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Mwah. See you later. Bye.